you're watching this on YouTube, we do this live every Monday. And it's just, you know, it's usually a fairly small group of us, but it's a consistent way for everybody, to include myself, to get their Monday started. Sometimes in network marketing, those of us that go full time, it's hard to crank up on a Monday morning. So it always keeps us all disciplined and up and moving. And if you are a new guest today, we welcome you on board. And we're going to keep it very brief this morning, about 20 minutes. And what you're going to see could absolutely transform your life in multiple areas. Sometimes people are looking for a transformation from a health standpoint. We can address those needs, everything from losing weight to more energy, to less inflammation in your body, allowing you to go out and perform at a higher level, or just be able to operate at a good level. If you've gotten down in, you know, your back or your knees or your ankles, different things, the inflammation kind of roots its way into. But we can address a number of other needs. That's just kind of the basis. The visual part of the weight loss is the weight loss always. So Tammy, if you want to, let's flip through a couple of weight loss pictures. And as you're doing that, Tammy, why don't you share your transformation? What occurred to you? Vance is generally with us. He's actually watching in. He's just not going to participate this morning. He's tied up with Vince is a criminal defense lawyer up in Michigan that's lost 85 pounds. He's just unable to be live with us this morning. But Tammy, I know you're live with us coming up on the next picture. And you didn't lose 85 pounds, but you did lose the last 10. And sometimes for women, that's more important than anything, because it's the hardest 10 pounds to lose for a middle-aged woman. That last 10, 15 pounds just hangs on. And man, you've mastered it, Tammy. I follow you on Facebook. I saw your husband over the weekend. I could not believe how good Scott looked. So if you don't mind, kind of share your journey, share your secrets, and kick us off this Monday morning.
I certainly will, Todd. Thank you. And so I lost 10 pounds and 2 sizes, and I did it in 3 weeks, Todd, and it was probably the easiest thing that I ever did. I just had to learn how to eat differently. Our food approved food list is so large that I was able to just have fun with it and create some fun food and not feel like I was missing anything. And with those homeopathic drops flushing out the toxins along with the fat cells, I didn't have cravings for the foods that basically got me in trouble. And so it was really easy to do. You know, Scott and I both feel great. We have more energy. Looking at that picture from Scott from this weekend, you know, he just got back on the drops and flushed out like 10 pounds of inflammation in a week. And it's really hard to believe, looking at his picture, that he's turning 63 in a couple of months. Don't tell him I told you that. But I mean, we feel like we've got youth here. And then from the business side, 7 years ago, because I lost 10 pounds, you know, I didn't have to lose 80 pounds to start a business here. 10 pounds was enough to get some interest. And I was able to just start sharing it with friends or family or the mailman, or really anybody that was tired around me, because, you know, we can help people with energy as well. I was able to leave our mortgage company where I worked full-time 40 hours a week, and I missed out on field trips with the kids and really just a lot in my children's life. And so I left the mortgage company. I became a full-time stay-at-home mom and a part-time network marketer. And I wouldn't change it for the world. It's been the biggest blessing in our life. I love being here with y'all Monday.
And you know, the health transformation is one piece of the puzzle, but the second piece is we've got a real chance here for a financial transformation. Dr. Krystal, you're going to hear her story here in a bit. But besides losing 100 pounds, she was able to shut down her chiropractic practice and do this full time. I was formerly a high school football coach, and I will tell you that going full time in the industry changed my perspective on everything. You know, football coaches, we're kind of in the school system. We're small-minded. We don't think outside the box a lot. We're on what I like to call a fixed income, meaning that I don't really, my performance doesn't really dictate my income. I just wait for my year-over-year raise. And what this industry's taught me is that we can really all dream again. We can set our goals extremely high, and we can go do better for our family. We can get ourselves out of debt. We can send our kids to college without student loans. We can buy the dream house if that's something we want. We can, set up things for our future where one day our kids aren't borrowing money to bury us. This industry will allow for that. And the great thing about it, it allows for it on a part-time basis, meaning you don't have to quit what you're currently doing. You just get started and just do something part-time along the way. That's what Tammy did before she left her mortgage office. It's what Dr. Krystal did before she shut down her chiropractic practice. And I did it for 2 full years before I left the high school coaching field. But the name of the company we're going to share with you today is called ARIIX. We are an international company with offices now in over 30 countries. We're shipping into approximately 75. So it's an international company. Our company is really unique. We both manufacture products and we distribute them around the world. In North America, we currently have 9 divisions of products that are live. Lots more coming. We have acquired some more companies. I think there's maybe about 14 companies total or divisions total now that are on deck. So 5 more will be hitting our screen over the next few months. Currently, we have a nutrition division. We have a weight loss division. We have essential oils. We have clean air and water. We have one of my favorite divisions, the Lemieux energy division with healthy energy and meal replacement shakes and meal replacement drinks, and the 5X original, which is great for inflammation. But all of the products that we offer are, by the way, I want to mention one thing because we just had a new product hit live last week in the Nucerity division. I know we've got some Nucerity women with us this morning, but the new Elite went live. Man, what a great product that is. I don't have a slide for it on this particular PowerPoint. I've got it on my new one, Tammy. I got to send it over to you. But a great way to get your water down because it is fantastic tasting. You just put it in water. But, man, it adds so much to your life every day. It'll make your hair prettier. It'll make your skin prettier. It'll make you feel better. It'll give you more energy. It also helps eliminate inflammation. It is just a fantastic addition to our product line. But what we're going to talk about this morning, just to keep things simple, is what we call our experience pack or our transformation pack, where we just select 3 or 4 of the best-selling products around the world and put them into what we call a starter pack. Because anytime you want to transform in life, whether it be your health, your weight, or your finances, really the key is getting started. And we don't want anybody to get bogged down in the getting started process. We want you, after we finish this presentation, after you watch this video, we want you to join us with one of these packs that you're getting ready to see. So the pack we're going to spend a little time talking about is called the Transformation Pack. It's got 3 of our best-selling products in it. One of those products is called MOA. It's 36 of the world's best superfoods in a liquid nutrition drink. It's a miracle product. There's the Experience Pack. There's a couple of choices here. The Experience Pack replaces that MOA with the Lemieux Original, or sometimes in one of the Experience Packs, you can just add it in. And the Lemieux Original is a Fakoitin-based seaweed. As a matter of fact, while we got Dr. Krystal here, Dr. Krystal, tell us a little about the Lemieux Original in case somebody wants to add that in their starter pack.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have enjoyed the original 5X product for about the last 5 years. And it's actually what caught my attention here. It's a super powerful anti-inflammatory. So we get both benefits with MOA and original, but they're a little bit different. Original is just one powerhouse super nutrient. And so our body really easily absorbs it. And all of a sudden you get this massive buffet of vitamins and minerals, 80 plus vitamins and minerals. So if you're like me and like you need to do supplementation, you need vitamins and minerals. We all know that, right? That's why they call them supplements, is because you supplement your day with something that you're not getting from your food. I had bottles of them everywhere. In fact, I had a cupboard that I would go through and clean out. Anybody else? The cupboard where you buy it with the best of intentions of taking it and you do really good for a couple weeks and then you're like, oh man. Well, this was the easiest thing I ever put in my life. I pour 2 ounces of that into a little shot glass in the morning and 2 ounces before I go to bed. And I got 80 different supplements with just taking that juice. And because it was so simple, it was easy to do. I got the benefits of supplementation for the first time because I was consistent with it. It is really, truly one of those simple things.
Yes, it's one of my new favorite products. I get a couple of cases a month now, and we never make it to the end of the month before my next shipment comes in. It is a beautiful, beautiful product. It also tastes great, really good refrigerated. I'm notorious for drinking more than I'm supposed to. That's the reason it never lasts me for a full month. I can never just do the 2 ounces. I always want a half a glass. But a great product. It's that yellow looking bottle there if you're here for the first time. And Tammy, the MOA is a great byproduct along with that because it adds 36 other superfoods in that all also help with inflammation, boosting the immune system, energy, sleeping better. Tammy, why don't you tell us a little about the MOA and go right on into the energy.
Okay, Todd, I sure will. And I'll just say that I made a shake this morning. I usually have a burn, but I didn't have any refrigerated. And I added everything in here. I added the Pure Nourish. I added the Cocoa Boost. I added the Beauty Boost. I added Given Greens. And I added probably way too much 5X because I just poured the whole bottle. There was probably 2 or 3 servings left. I'm like, oh, what the heck? Because I was in a hurry. And it tastes so good. And I'm like, my body is so happy getting this today. I mean, yeah. It's pretty cool that it's this easy to give all this to my body. But I love the MOA. And so when I get home, I'm going to take the MOA and the Rejuvenex for my energy before I work out. My daughters are teenagers and they drive themselves now. And their car pretty much drives to Chick-fil-A every single day, where I know they're ordering Cokes, where I didn't let them, when I was in control of that, I didn't let them have soda. And so it helps me sleep better at night knowing that I can put the MOA and now the 5X, something in their body to help fight the inflammation and the disease that's come along with drinking those sodas and the fast food. And then the energy, which is the Rejuvenex. This is my favorite, Todd. I've used this every day since we got it. It's been, 7 years now? I take 3 every single day. It gives me 8 hours of very clean, sustained energy and mental focus. And before Rejuvenex came in my life, by 8 o'clock, I was exhausted, ready to rush through homework and bedtime so I could go to bed. And now at 10 o'clock at night, I'm going to be doing an extra load of laundry before I go to bed, or maybe sweeping and mopping the kitchen because I'm just not tired anymore. And, there's nothing in it that's harmful to the body, like the energy drinks that's on the market. You can see here it's full of amazing things that's good for the body. And so, again, it's just a blessing that it's this easy to get all these good things in our body.
Yeah, and Anthony, we've just added in the last couple of months, I think June was when it went live for everybody, something that you've had experience with for a number of years, and that's the liquid energy based in the Fuquotan seaweed. So it's the healthy liquid energy drink on planet Earth. And why don't you share a little bit about that, Anthony, and your transition, not only transforming your health and your ability to recover when you were running track as a Division I athlete in Louisiana, but also how you transform your time freedom and your finances, being able to work on your own terms.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Yes, for me, y'all, I got started with this industry about 9 years ago, almost 9 years. It'd be 9 years in October. But the energy drinks really caught my interest, like Todd said, but I also was very nervous when I first got introduced to it, you guys. I mean, college athletes, anybody that knows any college athletes know that we get a big stack of papers at the beginning of the year of a lot of banned substances and different things we cannot consume. And energy drinks was one of them. No Red Bulls, no Monsters, none of those. And so when this came about, I was a little nervous. And I remember taking it to the trainer, and about 30 minutes later, she got back to me and a couple of teammates, and she said, there's nothing in here that'll make you fail a drug test. She said it wasn't jacked up on sugar, caffeine, and water. It was an all-natural energy drink. And that's what caught my interest, you guys. We started consuming it. And like Todd said, we started performing better on the track. I mean, that was something that was a big thing for us. We went to GNC every month and a half to buy supplements all the time, spending about $300 to $350 every month and a half on supplements just to try to recover faster, to perform better, but also reading the back of the label real carefully, making sure nothing's in it, make sure we don't fail a drug test. But then also, like Krystal said, I was on the 5X. I was consuming that as well. I started sleeping better, having more energy, started noticing how I was able to focus more at track practice, in school. I was getting better quality sleep. And I just started performing better, not on the track, also at practice, at track meets, and then also in the classroom. My grades went up just because I was able to focus better for something. It just helped me feel better overall. But, you know, life went on. Yes, one of my dreams was to go to the Olympics and become a professional track athlete. But that didn't happen that way. So I graduated from college and I was like, well, okay, well, I go get my dream job now. My dream job, you guys, was Apple. I was waiting. And it actually took Apple almost, 4 years really to give me even a chance to start the job. And I was like, wow. If I wouldn't have started this little part-time thing on the side that helped me generate some extra money while I was in college, I would have had to come home, and no disrespect to any job, but I didn't go to school and put myself in $100,000 worth of debt, get a double major to come home and work at Amazon, the warehouse, or FedEx, or another Walmart. I didn't go to school for that. I went to school so I can get out of school and get the dream job. And Apple was the one, but it just took them 4 years. So I was so thankful for the opportunity that I got with this whole side business, network marketing business at first. But I took it serious, but I kind of just still put it on the back burner with Apple called, and I thought that was it. But what I realized just being there real quick, right when I got there, was that Apple was just like any other job. They told me when I couldn't go to work, when I had to come in, how many hours I had to do, when I could go to the bathroom, when I took a lunch, and it was just, to me, I had really realized then of the freedom I had being a network marketer, being my own boss. And life hit me. Out of nowhere, life hit. My grandmother had a stroke, you guys, and that was a big deal because I started watching family members in a group text that we have and close friends of the family argue about who was going to take off or who couldn't take off because, one, they didn't have the time, and two, they couldn't afford to miss work because they needed the money to pay for their bills and their family. And that was a big deal. I'm watching them go back and forth, and I just got tired of it. I said, hey, you guys, y'all don't worry about it. I'll do it. Reason why is because I was still generating money from my network marketing business that I started on the side at 21 years of age. It was something I started 9 years ago. It's still paying me today for efforts I did 9 years ago. And I was like, y'all don't worry about it. I can afford to take a couple weeks off. I remember calling my job and they telling me no. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all. That hit me so hard because I showed up early. I stayed late. I picked up shifts. I gave up my holiday days to work to make sure other people could spend time with their family and different things like that. And when I needed Apple, they wasn't there for me. And right then at that moment, I really just put my 2 weeks notice in, and I've been full-time ever since the last, now 4 years again. But now I realize what I got my hands on, the excitement, where we're going. And I'm a firm believer, yes, what I accomplished in the past is great, but where we're headed as a company in the whole is even better. I believe this company will be the Amazon of network marketing. And you can mark that down. We will become the Amazon of network marketing. I believe that, and I hope you catch the vision of what Todd and Dr. Krystal are going to share with you on the rest of everything, because this right now is the right place at the right time.
Anthony, there is zero doubt. Nobody can say it any better. And one thing you said about Apple that I think a lot of people don't find out until it's too late, and that is, we go around bragging about these companies that we work for, and they really don't give a dang about us. We're exterminable. The great thing about ARIIX is we're our own business owner. We're 1099 on our earnings, and it's our asset that we can pass on to our kids. That being said, Tammy, you and Dr. Krystal walk us through the burn and the drops. You two there's nobody better for y'all to talk about these two products and how y'all lost the weight and how you kept it off. And then then both of you go ahead and get us all started. Get us, you know, I know that if anybody's watching like I am, they've got to be ready to get started on the transformation in both directions, financially and health-wise, after hearing all this.
Well, Dr. Krystal definitely knows a lot more about the burn than I do, but I can tell you that it's the first meal replacement that I've ever used that I wasn't hungry. I mean, it truly takes you from one meal to the next without being hungry. But I'll turn it over to you, Dr. Krystal.
Oh goodness. Okay. Well, here's the thing with the burn and the slenderize and that whole program. They're amazing. I lost 50 pounds with the Limu Lean and using the burn product, and it has so much fiber in it that it really fills you up. Plus you're getting, I love this, you're getting a serving of 5X when you drink burn. That original juice that we were talking about, the 80 plus supplements, there's a serving of it in that can. So it's not just a meal replacement, it's also nutrition and a supplement. And we say it's a healthy snack. How many of us ruin our meals, ruin our plans of our body shape with our snacks? Like, I'm gonna have a handful of crackers and the next thing you know, the whole box of Cheez-Its is gone. You're like, dang it. So if you grab a burn instead, all of a sudden you've made a healthier decision. And that's really what this is all about, decisions. So then I got the Slenderize plan. I lost an additional 50 pounds with it. What I love about this is these aren't diets. They teach us how to eat like we should have been taught when we were in kindergarten. Eat good living food. Eat clean food, get away from the preservatives. Like, this is like just going back to how our grandparents probably ate and our great grandparents ate. And I'm telling you what, I feel so good just going back to the basics, what we can learn. But you know, everything was out of whack, and those drops helped me get everything back working and jiving together. And I do 40, I'm working my way to 50, and I feel like I'm working my way to 30. Like, it rolled back the hands on the clock. And I'm so appreciative that somebody shared this with me and I got to get my health back. But that totally intrigued me. And I'm sure it's intriguing you. You're like, of course I need my health. Of course I want to feel better. Of course I want to look better. I want to sleep better. A good night's sleep, Minnie would pay for that. So you can. Get what you need here. What I encourage you, just as Todd did, is I encourage you to get one of these packs. And the reason is just like Aunt was saying, you're already spending this money. You're spending it with Amazon, you're spending it with Walmart, you're spending it with GNC, you're spending it at the local Kroger or Walgreens, and we're just saying, redirect it to ARIIX. Did you know if you redirected it to ARIIX that it could create something monetary for you? And I don't know what you're looking for monetarily. I am a businesswoman. There's many, and we've got lawyers, we've got multi-millionaires on here. I love it when we see the diversity. We've got stay-at-home moms. We've got college students who are broker than a joke. How do I know that? Because I was one, eating bean burritos at Taco Bell for $1 off the 99-cent menu. And guess what? That person has the ability to create the exact same thing I did as a doctor. I just leveraged where I purchased my health and wellness and anything else that ARIIX puts in front of me. If I spend money on it, I'm gonna spend it with ARIIX. And because I got that pack that one time, you can only get it once. When I got it the one time, it opened up where I could create some income. Well, naturally, word of mouth, I was like, hey, sister, you should try these drops. You'd love them. Hey, mom, I think that you would like, because I really believed it would help them. Well, because I'm the one that sent them through the doors of ARIIX, ARIIX goes, thanks for marketing with us. Here's a small percentage, and thank you. And guess what? Over time, those percentages, I didn't want to sell anything. I was a doctor. I wasn't going to go sell bottles of original juice from my car. but I never have once had a problem referring one of my friends to ARIIX to get it. And because I'm willing to be a good person, like I feel like I'm like giving somebody hope when I tell them about Slender Eyes, or I tell them about burn, or I'm like, man, do you know this is even out there? And most don't. But every time I step out and I do that, I bless somebody, there's a blessing that comes back to me. And it created what Todd was talking about, residual income. So right now where we are, these companies, Walmart, Amazon, they don't know how to market to us any longer. We're not watching TV in the commercials. We're not picking up newspapers and reading them. We're not even listening to the radio to hear advertisements, let alone, now we don't even walk in the stores. We're going online and ordering it, and then we walk up and we just grab it and leave. So there's this shift that is happening. And with your purchase of one of those packs, you get to be a part of this shift. How else as a consumer can you profit and become a producer? ARIIX is a way. You're going to start seeing other companies doing things like what ARIIX is doing, except they don't give you a portion of the pie. And ARIIX is giving us a portion of this. So I don't know what your retirement looks like. I don't know what your day job looks like. I don't know what your bank account and your savings account looks like. But if it was like me, even as a doctor, I was always looking for ways to put more in it. And if I can take the money I spend on my health and wellness and make it make money in my savings account, well, show me how. Well, we just did. Pick a transformation pack, pick a pack. And if your health transforms, if you lose weight, if you start sleeping better, thumbs up. In fact, go ahead.
I was going to say, Dr. Krystal, that, all of us on here have one thing in common. Although you're a doctor, I'm a football coach, Tammy's a stay-at-home mom / runs her husband's mortgage company, Anthony, a double major that went to work for Apple. We all have one thing in common, and that is none of us have jobs anymore. We still have that title that makes us fit in the real world. I'm still a football coach to a lot of people. You're still a chiropractor, but in reality, we don't have that anymore. We're just residual income people that, I'm presenting from an iPad in a Fresh Market parking lot in Panama City, Florida at the beach. You're in Orlando. Tammy's at home. I think she ran over to an office actually to do the presentation. Anthony sat down on his back porch. So we just want that for everybody. And we want you to understand it's okay to let go of all of those titles that make us fit in the real world and really go do something with your life. Become financially free and really transform your future. It's exciting times, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I can't imagine doing it with any better people with integrity, and a company that is going like this. Like the numbers, when they roll out the numbers every month, I'm like, it's double-digit, triple-digit growth. Like it's insane. And I'm so excited. I want everybody to get a piece of this.
Yep. And we're going to have our new head of the board of directors of our company, Dr. Fred Cooper. He will be on at 1 o'clock today, Central, 2 o'clock Eastern. We'll get that out, posted out. But if you're here and did not, because I wasn't even aware of it. I can't believe I didn't know Dr. Fred was going to be speaking today. I want to hear anything he has to say every time he has to say it, because he's guiding an absolute rocket ship here. And there's very few times in our life that we'll get a chance to be on the front end of what could be a 10, 12, $15 billion company one day, both in the network marketing side and for those that choose, maybe even owning some of the stock of the company. So exciting times. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Dr. Krystal. Thank you, Vince. I know you're with us in spirit today, although you couldn't speak with us today. You're always a big asset. We thank you and Valerie so much for always helping us with this Monday morning Zoom. But everybody out there have a super great day, and we'll have this recording up hopefully within the hour.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was awesome.
Thanks, Todd. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Many blessings.
Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.